The entertainment industry is in turmoil as an FBI investigation into Sean Diddy Combs' underage sex and drugs blackmail scandal threatens to expose some of the most powerful names in entertainment, sports and politics. Hundreds of celebrities, CEOs and political elites are racing to cover their tracks, erase their digital footprints and distance themselves from the growing scandal. At the centre of this storm was 31-year-old One Direction star Liam Payne, who, according to those closest to him, was ready to blow the whistle on some of the industry's biggest names. But in a world where secrets are currency, those in power will stop at nothing to silence anybody brave enough to speak out. Before we dive in, join the People's Voice Locals community if you haven't already, and sign up to become a member of the world's first ever cyber nation that truly believes in life, liberty and the pursuit of your dreams. Visit joson.com and click the Join Us button today. It's completely free. News of Liam Payne's death in Buenos Aires stunned the world this week. At just 31, the former One Direction member and successful solo artist seemed to have it all, a string of #1 hits, fame and adoring fans. But his sudden death has left many with more questions than answers.
Liam Payne's cause of death has been revealed. An early autopsy saying among Liam's 25 injuries, his severe head trauma alone was enough to kill the 31-year-old singer, who plummeted 3 stories from his hotel balcony on Wednesday in Buenos Aires.
Y necesitamos que nos envíen a alguien urgente porque, bueno, yo no sé si corre riesgo la vida del huésped. Está en una habitación que tiene balcón y, bueno, estamos un poco con temor de que haga algo.
Paramedics pronounced Liam dead at the scene. It's unknown if he was with anyone before his 45-foot fall, which police also haven't confirmed to be intentional or accidental.
But as with many tragic celebrity deaths, there's more to this story, much more. Liam Payne, like other stars who died before their time, was reportedly ready to blow the lid off a secret that the entertainment industry has long tried to keep hidden. An elite paedophile ring that operates at the heart of Hollywood and the music industry. And like so many others who've dared to speak out, Payne's death has been quickly brushed off by the media, with unsubstantiated claims of drug and alcohol abuse being used to smear his name and divert attention from what is really happening behind the scenes.
We had multiple encounters with Liam. Multiple times had come down to the lobby, was causing a disturbance, kept being escorted back up to his room. There was an incident where he was very frustrated and was smashing his laptop in the lobby.
As the world processed the shocking news of his passing, whispers began circulating. Friends and close associates of Payne began to express their fears that he was silenced by powerful forces, the very elite he was prepared to expose. A recent post on Liam Payne's Instagram featured symbols which looked similar to FBI-identified paedophile code words. Payne had access to all of the high-profile parties, mingling with the elites who are now running scared and determined to silence anybody prepared to speak out about their crimes.
I went over to say hello to P. Diddy and Jay-Z was there. I was trying to think who's the easy target in this scenario, who's the one that you go to say the hello, and I'm thinking, I saw him and get him to the Greek, I'm going to go over there and say hello to him, so I thought P. Diddy. So I went out to shake his hand, and I shook his hand and I was, oh, nice to meet you, and he's just going, but the longest handshake ever. And I'm like sat there just looking in P. Diddy's eyes like, when is this going to end?
Everybody knows that throwing someone off a building is considered the perfect crime. Head trauma is the official cause. And unless cameras are rolling, no one asks further questions. But Liam Payne's death was no accident. Recent evidence points to something far darker, revealing that Payne had been caught in the crosshairs of a secret organisation allegedly run by Combs. This shadowy group is said to control celebrities through blackmail, threats and coercion, using their influence to ensure their silence. FBI investigators have uncovered encrypted messages on Payne's phone, showing that he'd been forced into shady deals and silence, and was living in constant fear for his life. Payne confided in friends that in the days leading up to his death, he felt trapped, watched and afraid.
You know, in those last few weeks, Liam was really spiralling, but it wasn't like what the media is saying about drugs or anything like that. He was scared, genuinely scared for his life. He kept telling me, they're coming for me, I know too much. He was convinced that people were watching him, listening in on his calls. I thought maybe he was just stressed out or paranoid. But the more he talked, the more I realized he wasn't making this up.
Who did he think was after him?
He didn't give me specifics at first, but eventually he started dropping names. Big names. I'm talking high-level politicians, CEOs, people I never imagined he'd even cross paths with. And of course Simon Cowell, who did things to him that makes my skin crawl. He said he stumbled onto something huge, something that connects the music industry, Hollywood, and these elites. And once he realized how deep it went, it was like he couldn't unsee it.
Did he ever try to go public?
He wanted to. That's the thing. He tried. But nobody was listening. Every time he hinted at it or tried to speak up, people brushed him off, like he was just another celebrity losing it. He kept saying, "They'll kill me before they let me talk. They've done it before, and they'll do it again." I didn't want to believe him, but now, after everything that's happened, maybe he was right.
And now he's gone.
Yeah, and I can't shake the feeling that he knew it was coming. He told me they've got their hands in everything. You can't outrun them. No one's safe. I just wish someone had listened before it was too late.
Disturbingly, Payne's final days mirror those of another high-profile whistleblower, British UFO researcher Max Spears, who was found dead in Poland in 2016. Both men reportedly vomited black bile before their deaths, a detail that has sent chills down the spines of conspiracy theorists and investigators alike. Could this be a sign of foul play, a method used to silence those who knew too much?
Nie mogliśmy m.in. przeprowadzić kluczowych w tego typu przypadkach sekcji zwłok.
Stories keep growing amongst conspiracy theorists about the role of satanic cults or aliens, and that Max knew more than he should have.
When I met him in Canterbury, we were being tracked by at least 4 pairs of agents.
Whispers about a death involving black vomit and strange rituals have catapulted this previously little-known conspiracy theorist into the spotlight.
The mainstream media may be quick to label his death as a tragedy caused by his lifestyle, but those who know him best aren't buying it. The pieces of the puzzle are beginning to fall into place, revealing a larger, more sinister picture, a web of deceit, manipulation and control that stretches to the highest levels of power in the entertainment industry. Liam Payne's story is far from over. As we continue to uncover the truth, one thing is certain. Liam Payne is the latest in a long line of celebrities who have died before their time, and they all have 3 things in common. They knew too much, they were prepared to speak out about it, and the mainstream media was enlisted to smear them with false accusations. Today's sponsor is PillsForever.com. If you think Big Pharma have your best interests at heart, think again. Under Biden, the price of medicine in America has skyrocketed, and there are certain medicines Big Pharma don't want you to know about. That's why I've partnered with PillsForever.com. All of their FDA-approved medicines are the cheapest you'll find anywhere. More importantly, you can order medicines that Big Pharma don't want you to have, such as ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and fenbendazole. Speaking of fenbendazole, not only does it get rid of parasites that live inside your body, there have been studies that show fenbendazole can help with cancer. Listen to this testimony of Joe Tippins, a cancer survivor, thanks to fenbendazole.
2 years ago, Joe Tippins says he was told to go home, call hospice, and say his goodbyes. The doctors were unanimous. He was going to die of small cell lung cancer.
Once that kind of cancer goes that far afield, the odds of survival are less than 1%, and the median life expectancy is 3 months.
Tippins says he got a tip, not from a pharmacist, but a veterinarian. And in his desperation, he turned from people medicine to dog medicine. Specifically, fenbendazole.
My insurance company spent $1.2 million on me with traditional means before I switched to a $5 a week medicine that actually saved me.
Get 15% off using coupon code People's Voice at the checkout. Please click the link below this video or call 256-664-4170 to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Let's take a moment to reflect on the fates of a few individuals who defied Hollywood's depraved moral code by speaking out against child trafficking and elite paedophilia. Actor Isaac Cappy, known for his outspoken stance against Hollywood paedophilia and satanic ritual abuse, was found dead in Arizona at the age of 42. Before his death, Cappy made explosive allegations against A-list celebrities like Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks and Seth Green, accusing them of being abusive paedophiles. He also publicly declared that he would never commit suicide. Paul Walker met a suspicious fate in a car accident, similar to Anne Heche. Many within the industry believe that he had crucial information about elite paedophilia before he was silenced. Soundgarden and Audio Slave frontman Chris Cornell also died under suspicious circumstances, reportedly working on a major expose related to child sex trafficking. His close friend Chester Bennington's deeply suspicious death only added to the tragedy. Then there's Avicii, the superstar DJ who released a haunting music video that his label labelled commercial suicide. In that video, he portrayed the adult version of a child sex victim, with the final scene featuring a politician branded with the word paedophile on his skin. What did Avicii know? What was he trying to reveal? He was found dead at just 27, leaving those questions unanswered. The list of celebrities with ties to elite paedophilia who've died suddenly and suspiciously goes on and on. Tragically, Anne Heche joined their ranks in 2022. The Hollywood actress was involved in a serious car crash in Los Angeles, and the mainstream media reported that she was high on drugs and out of control. In reality, she was being kidnapped and murdered by the elite.
An ambulance, that's some sort of sign, but yes. So basically the activity that we were looking for, that anxious or that quick moving, that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive.
What the hell?
We now know that Heche, who had vowed to expose an elite paedophile ring in the days before her bizarre death, was not high on drugs on the day of the fatal car crash. According to the results of her autopsy, the mainstream media was lying about Heche's state of mind at the time, attempting to smear and discredit her.
Details tonight on the tragic death of actress Anne Heche. And the LA County coroner says the 53-year-old was not under the influence of any illegal drugs when she crashed her car into a Mar Vista home in August. The coroner's report says Heche's death was accidental, that she died from the burns and the injuries she suffered during that crash.
Why were mainstream media so determined to lie about Heche and discredit her? The same reason the mainstream media are lying about Liam Payne and attempting to smear him as being high on drugs and out of control. But we know this isn't true. His fans at the hotel have attested to the fact that he was sober and totally in control.
Oh, that's very sweet. You saved my life. Oh, thank you. Here, we're going to take 4 pictures. Do this, right?
We are witnessing another smear job in process, and you should be very careful believing anything written by fact-checkers with a history of debunking Pizzagate. In recent years, an astonishing number of these so-called fact-checkers have been arrested on a sickening array of child sex and child pornography charges. Do not let the compromised media cover up the extent of the child sex epidemic sweeping the world, and the sad fact that many of these celebrities have tragic backstories. Like many of her fellow stars, Heche suffered at the hands of a paedophile. As a child, she was sexually abused by her paedophile father. Heche discussed the information in her unsparingly candid 2001 memoir titled Call Me Crazy. He raped me, he fondled me, he put me on all fours and had sex with me, Heche wrote. Victims can go one of two ways. They either grow up and become perpetrators themselves and continue the cycle of evil, or they reject the evil and dedicate their lives protecting others. Rather than let her childhood crush her spirit, Heche vowed to use her time on Earth to make it a better place for others. Liam Payne had made a similar vow to protect the children from the hands of elite predators in the corrupt music industry, at all costs. Unlike the vast majority of stars in the pop music game, Payne was prepared to risk his neck and speak out about the evil at the heart of the entertainment business. This is why the manner of his death is deeply suspicious. As a successful and popular music industry insider with a social media following of millions of people around the world, the young man who refused to stay silent was in a unique position to red pill the masses. Was Liam Payne offed by the music industry elite? Here at The People's Voice, we are determined to continue reporting on the real news that the mainstream media won't touch, but we need your help. Subscribe to the channel on Rumble and help us spread the word far and wide. To support the channel and to access exclusive and uncensored content, join the People's Voice Locals community. I hope to see you there. Today's video is brought to you by IPv6ers. Are you a content creator who wants to publish information online without Big Brother spying and censoring your every move? IPv6ers is set to revolutionize the way information is disseminated on the internet by eliminating the need for big tech companies to provide unreliable, overpriced services such as self-hosting, email, and data management. IPv6ers enables an easy and accessible way for you to host your own web and email server with direct end-to-end connections and enhanced security. This means no snooping from Big Brother and no interference from the technocratic elite. If Hillary Clinton can get away with running her own server, why shouldn't you? Go to thepeoplesvoice.tv/IPv6 to sign up, or click the link below this video to take back control of the internet and win the info wars against the globalists. If you like our content, help support our sponsor IPv6ers and go to thepeoplesvoice.tv/IPv6 today. Thank you IPv6ers for making this video possible.